don't want to take anything away from Nonito because he's a terrific fighter, an exciting fighter as well. But if you really compare the strength of the opposition and when and where Abner fought them, all of those guys he fought were either champions, undefeated, or with one loss or so at the peak of their careers. So Abner really every single time came through with flying flags and really excellent, exciting performances. In my opinion, and I don't understand it, I don't make up those lists, but in my opinion, there is no question about it that Abner Mares belongs ahead of Nonito Donaire on every single pound-for-pound list. No question about it. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Nonito, but Abner Mares is a very, very special fighter. And I think he deserves to be highly ranked on those pound-for-pound lists. As I said tonight, I think he really captured the hearts. He's fought many times in Los Angeles, but I think tonight there was something special in that crowd. Tonight, Abner Mares captured the heart of the people here in Los Angeles. Welcome, the world champion, super bantamweight, WBC world champion, Abner Mares.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, I want to thank God for giving me the strength and the health to give you guys a good fight. I want to thank you all, the press, for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. It was a great fight, a tough fight, a fight that I was expecting to be tough. And I did what I had to do. I mean, it was a great champion. I mean, this guy, man, can take a punch, and he's got a great heart, man. It was a good fight, tough fight. I fought my heart off, and like I told you guys, I leave everything in the ring, and I'm ready to move on. Thank God I'm still the champion, and I'm ready to fight whoever. Anselmo Moreno trying to box me, trying to move a lot. That's his style, and he tried to do that, but thank God we stick to our plan. We pressured him. We made him feel uncomfortable, and we just worked their body. It was nothing personal. It was just the hype. I was trying to make it a more entertaining fight. I know the crowd got into it, and I felt that every time he was throwing that overhand right, left, I'm sorry, he was opening up, and I had a chance to get him with that hook. And eventually it happened. I got him a few times, but not enough to hurt him. But again, a good round. A couple of times I got frustrated, like I knew I would. But I got a great corner, a corner that always kept me poised. They told me to stay calm, don't lose my head, and luckily I did it. And you guys saw me a couple of times actually running. I ran in that ring to catch up to him, to get inside him, to not give him that distance, and that's exactly what I did. He did what he had to do. He tried to outbox me, get his distance, but I kept going closer and closer, and it was definitely a difficult fight for me. He brought the best of me. I mean, I'm already known as a fighter that throws a lot of punches, but definitely helped me out a lot knowing that Anselmo Moreno is a fighter that kind of slow starter. He throws a few punches, but again, it's effective because he's always at that distance. But there was times where I did give him that distance, and he was catching me with that left hand, and that was my fault for being so far away from him. But I heard my corner yelling, and I got closer and closer, and I did my fight. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to adjust, as a champion, you have to adjust to every single style. I mean, you guys see me fight every single style already. I think I've fought every single style out there, every fighter, every champion out there. And it's just a matter of adjusting, working on the proper game plan. And like I said, I don't like to look at tapes. I adjust in the ring, fight night, and that's exactly what I did. Tonight I adjusted to his style. I saw what he had, and I knew that my pressure was the key to get this victory. Luckily, it never hurt me. I never felt this punch. I did feel the punches, but didn't feel the power. That's what I mean. And I wanted him, to get comfortable and kind of go inside, and that was my plan, to bring him in. But he did. Sometimes I got the best of him because he lost control in there and he wanted to slug it off, and that's not his fight, and that was my fight. definitely, Oscar said that he's willing to go to Bob Arum's office, and I'm if I'll go myself too and knock at Bob Arum's door and hopefully come to an agreement. Hopefully for the best of boxing. For the sake of boxing and of boxing fans, and sooner or later, it has to be done.
I think the world wants to see that fight. I think it's one of the biggest fights irrespective of weight classes, which can be made. I think it should be made. And we can, there are different ways. You can sit down and try to get it done, or there are other ways where one can put an envelope on the table and the other one can put one on the table and see who offers the most. I mean, there are plenty of different options to get it done, but the fact is we want to get it done. And we don't believe in marinating stuff. I think that should be the next fight for Abner and for Nonito Donaire.
Well, I think I made it clear already. Everybody knows that I want the fight, and I'm sure Nonito made it clear too that he wants to fight, and Richard too. I mean, there's no doubt we want this fight, and it's just a matter of hopefully that Bob Arum comes to his senses and hopefully makes this offer and for the sake of boxing again. I mean, there's no other fight I want to talk about other than an on-air fight. That's the only fight that should be made and talked about now. That's no other fight for me. I already fought the best, fought everyone.
Chemito Moreno put 100% of himself, and I plead for the Commissioner of California to put an age limit for the judges and officials, because that judge that he put 120 to 106 is a disgrace for boxing. We lost the fight. Chemito recognized that he lost the fight. It was a great fight, but that judge, he was not in the arena. I believe that he's too old, and I beg to change or to make a law of age, because I cannot believe it was corruption or anything else beside that he's getting old. And when we're getting old, even myself, I will retire. Chemito Moreno lost the fight to a great champion. He understands that. But I believe that judge is the problem of boxing, because he made this night not so beautiful like it was. Thank you very much. Now, Chemito Moreno.
Buenas noches a todos,
Good evening to everyone,
a los medios de comunicaciones.
to all the press.
Bueno, la verdad, contento de todavía estar aquí
I'm very happy that I was here.
y la verdad un poquito triste.
I'm very sad, that is the truth.
Sé que iba a pelear con un gran campeón como Abner Mares.
I know that I will fight a great champion.
Sé que la pelea no iba a ser fácil.
I knew that the fight will not be an easy one.
Lo sabía desde el momento de que me llegó la oferta, la pelea con Abner. Sabía que no iba a ser nada fácil.
When it came the offer to fight Abner, I know that it was not an easy one.
Me preparé bien duro,
I really tried and trained properly,
pero bueno, las cosas no me salieron como quise y acepto mi derrota.
but the work what I did, it was not enough, and I accepted defeat.
Y de la derrota uno siempre aprende algo, y aprendí la verdad que hay que trabajar más duro, hacer las cosas más intensas diariamente para lograr lo que uno quiere.
And I learned that we need to work even harder. It was a great experience, and I will take care of that and work harder and harder for the next one. It was a very complicated. It complicated my style. It complicated the way he fought, and I really went to his game instead to go to a mine. So he's a great champion, and we need to recognize that. The champion, he did his work, his fight. He was on top of me all the time. I couldn't get off with him, and he did a great job, and he beat me. We must recognize that he was better than me. I tried to put him off of me, and always he was on top of me, and I couldn't have an answer. And he's a great champion, and we need to recognize that.